Matthew chapter 5, continued. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its flavor, how shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing, but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. Although, now that I think about it, flavorless salt would still be an excellent preservative, but admitting that would serve to undermine my argument. Ye have heard that it was said to those of old, Ye shall not murder, and whoever murders will be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever says to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever says, You fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Except for me, of course. I shall call people fools and get a free pass, because I have diplomatic immunity. And so does my homeboy, the Apostle Paul, who shall call people fools and—
Who the hell is Paul?
Oh, you haven't met him yet. Actually, he's currently one of those dreadful Pharisees I rip into a lot. The funny thing is, he shall be responsible for executing some of thy disciples, until I decide to violate his free will and convert him to our team. You have heard that it was said, An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, do not resist an evil person, but whosoever slaps you on your right cheek, turn the other to him also. If anyone wants to sue you and take away thy tunic, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. Give to him who asks you, and from him who wants to borrow from you, do not turn away. So are we absolutely clear on these things? Let people hit you and don't fight back. Let them take advantage of you and show absolutely no discernment when people borrow from you or ask for money. Really, I can't imagine this will ever be a problem for any of my true disciples. Chapter 6. Take heed that you do not do thy charitable deeds before men, to be seen by them, even though I just commanded you in the previous chapter to do thy good works in the open before men, so that God may be glorified. If you do thy works before men, thou shalt have no reward from thy Father in heaven, because isn't getting rewards what doing good works is all about? But when you pray, use not vain repetitions, as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Be not therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things you have need of, before you ask him. Which kind of nullifies the entire point of prayer, doesn't it? Anyway, this is how you should pray. And please, don't use this as a set formula. Just think of it as a loose outline. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy— No repetitions. This is just an outline. This is not going well. Moreover, when you fast, do not be like the hypocrites, with a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear to men to be fasting. Assuredly I say unto you, they have their reward. But when you fast, anoint thy head and wash thy face, so that you do not appear to men to be fasting. Father, do I seriously have to waste one of my commandments on something this trivial? Isn't there something more important that I can impart to thy people?
Just follow the damn script!
Anyway, the Father sees what is done in secret and will reward you, because, again, nothing says selflessness like fasting for rewards. No one can serve 2 masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will be loyal to the one and despise the other. Although, theoretically, if both masters were kind and generous, I suppose it's possible to love 2 masters at the same time. Okay, the slavery thing was a bad example. Look, the point is, you cannot serve both God and money. Unless, of course, some pastor or evangelist convinces you that God is rewarding you for thy faithfulness in order to, sow it back into the kingdom. In that case, you can love God and money, just make sure God is higher up on the scale. Therefore I say unto you, do not worry about thy life, what you eat or drink, nor about thy body, what you will put on. Is not life more than food? Especially if you have one of those rare Kryptonian bodies. As long as you're near a yellow sun, you're good to go. I mean, it's not like Clark Kent has to eat. He just does it in order to blend in with the rest of the human race. But I digress. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Now if God so clothes the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, then... Wait, oven? Who throws field grass into an oven? Father, you're really fixated on this new hell doctrine, aren't you?
I said follow the script.
Do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast thy pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and tear you into pieces, because they have a deep-seated hatred toward ocean pearls going back as far as the Great Clam War of 867 BCE, especially those wild Nigerian pigs. Pearls drive those little guys crazy. But really, even if pearls get trampled, you can just wash them off and they're good as new. I mean, they're made out of calcium carbonate, for crying out loud. They're damn near indestructible. Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go in by it. Because narrow is the gate, and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. Because, say it with me everyone, I just feel like being a dick. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. What was that? Okay, I've just been informed by a farmer that yes, bad fruit can indeed grow on good trees. In fact, pretty much every tree has a combination of good and bad fruit growing on it. I really must work on these analogies. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, cast out demons in thy name, and done many wonders in thy name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Wait, how can someone cast out demons or do wonders in my name if I don't know them? And aren't those the same good works my disciples will do in Mark 16? How is casting out demons a form of lawlessness? That's it, I've had enough. If you want me, I'll be in my trailer.
Just follow the damn script.